Done. Hello, everybody. Let me get everything pulled up here really fast. And we will get started on our Instagram training. Okay. What's the date? This is our first team call of April. And it's just me tonight. So yay, March was awesome, by the way. So good job to all of you who rank advanced and hit Success Club. I know that a lot of people were pushing hard in March and it was not an easy month. So good job for you guys. This month we have quite a few good sales going on. Let me go back to my internet. Gosh, we have a ton. We have, what do we have? Turbo Fire on sale this month for $140. P90X3 on sale this month, and I think it's $160, isn't it? $160 or $180? Just a second. I'm tired. Can you guys tell? I feel like I'm still catching up from Brett's competition this weekend. Yeah, P90X3, $160, and then the Pio. Oh my gosh, it's not Turbo Fire this month. That was last month. I've told like 3 people that Turbo Fire was on sale this month. Okay, I'm awake. Pio, $140 this month. Pio Kickstart, which includes a 3-day refresh, $180 this month. And then P90X3 for $160. I should probably message those people back and let them know that Turbo Fire is not on sale. Okay, I'm awake, I promise. Other than that, I don't really have any announcements. I challenged you guys to lock in Success Club by the 10th of this month. Those of you that are going to Cancun, I think there's like a handful of you. If you lock in Success Club 10 by the 10th, we get pictures with the trainers, so that's pretty cool. A lot of you haven't gone yet and haven't had pictures with trainers or photo ops like that, so it's a lot of fun, so shoot for that, everybody. It's really, for me, that's my focus every month, is to lock in Success Club 5 or 10 or whatever your goal is by the 10th. That way you have 2 extra weeks towards the end of the month to work on setting up a game plan and building relationships and talking to new people and not having to like push and stress on the last day of the month to lock in a Success Club point. So make that your goal. Every month on the 1st, I'm kicking butt just like it was the last day of the month, just to get that in, okay, just to get that locked in. Again, I don't have anything else. I don't even think I made the text about questions, so I will post that really fast. And yes, the link is posted. I hope you saw it. It's on our YouTube channel. Hold on just a second. Let me post about the questions. AT&T jacked up our internet and cable, so I'm having to use the hotspot for my phone. Brett's in there watching Apple TV from the hotspot on his phone. We're pretty frustrated. Okay, I posted a question thread in that event, so that way you guys have it and we can chat back and forth if you guys have questions. So I'll go ahead and get started. I've been experimenting a lot with Instagram, a lot. And I've had a lot of success with it. I've had quite a few coaches sign up from Instagram and new customers, and I've expanded my network quite a bit via Instagram. I will say, first and foremost, make sure you don't try to tackle this and master every form of social media at once. Make sure you've mastered Facebook. If you're still working on Facebook and having a hard time on Facebook, master Facebook first and then move on to this. Master one thing at a time. If you're trying to, grow your business with 18 different, methods, it's not going to go very smooth for you. So please make sure that you have mastered Facebook, you're able to multitask and focus on both, because this isn't going to completely replace your Facebook. This is to add on, and expand your market even more, your network even more. So master one social media platform at a time, please. Getting followers. I'm gonna touch on a few points and I'm gonna explain a few more points. So what I did when I started on Instagram is there is a website called Instagress, INSTAGRESS.com. Okay, Instagress is a third-party company who, on your behalf, you give them your user ID, your password. They post, or no, they don't post. They comment, like, and follow people on Instagram for you, basically acting as you without you even being on there. So what you do is you go to this website. It's like $9.99 a month, 110% worth the investment. So don't be cheap, okay? That's not a lot of money for what it's about to provide you. But you give them different tags. So say you want to comment on people who use the hashtag cool mom or something like that. It's going to find all these photos and all these people who use that hashtag and comment and like and interact with them on Instagram as you. Okay, so it's kind of weird too, because sometimes, you'll get I'll pull up Instagram, I'll get like a message saying that somebody mentioned me in a comment and they're like, thanks, Raina versus food. And I'm like, what did I say? You don't really know, but you give them a list of comments, a list of things that you want them to say. So you'll tell them, cool or awesome picture or nice job or that's motivational or something like that. You'll give them all of these a variety of different things to say, and that's what they comment on. So it's not ever anything crazy. It's just engaging people and letting them know that you're there. And I have literally gone, I don't know if you can see my Instagram. I'll tilt it. I've literally gone from under 1,000 followers to 3,286 so far. No, 3,290. That's since the last time I refreshed my screen, which is literally probably 5 minutes ago. 3,290 followers in probably the last month and a half is when I started this. So huge payout. I've gained, Melissa Bellflower might even be on here. She's one of the coaches that came over from Instagram randomly, and she's a hot rock star right now. I've got a lot of different coaches that have signed up from Instagram. A lot of new clients, a lot of new customers, a lot of new contacts. So I highly recommend looking into that website first and foremost and getting set up on that. And if you have questions as far as what tags I'm using and things like that, just let me know. Hashtag everything is the other tip that I have. Now, I could go in and share my entire list of hashtags that I use, which would be fine, but seriously, we all need to be using different hashtags. You need to, what hashtags I use probably aren't going to be the same hashtags you would want to use for your niche, whether you're a mom or single or in school. There's going to be different hashtags that you need to be using for your business. So what I recommend doing is going through the people that you follow. If there are people that you're connecting with or that you have similar things in common with, go through their profiles and find out what hashtags they are using and save them for yourself. Google 25 most popular hashtags. You're going to have a list of them, and I use those too. Google is your very best friend if you need to know how to do anything, so make sure you write that down. But hashtag everything. Not in your initial, I shared our picture for the BizOp call, not in your initial message here or your initial description, but hashtag in the comments. So after you post your description, try to tilt it where you can see, after you post your description, click comment and then copy in up to 30. You can only have 30 hashtags. Copy in those 30 hashtags. You can delete them and add another 30 hashtags, delete them, add another 30 hashtags. You can only delete and add 3 times. So I highly recommend doing that, okay? Save them on the notepad on your phone. I have a little app that's called Notes, and I literally save it in there so I can copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Super easy, okay? Name. So everyone has a hashtag. Everybody has an Instagram name. Mine is Raina versus Food. Don't use your actual name unless you're famous. I don't think any of you on here are, but I would not use Raina Odell. You know, that's not going to be something that people are going to want to search. Raina versus Food, maybe. Happy Fit Mom, yeah. Rachel versus whatever, yeah. Find something like a generic, not generic, unique, fun, something that's going to be eye-catching for people. Do not use your actual name. Use something relatable that makes people want to follow you. Is basically what you want to do, okay? Posts. Post things that can offer value to someone. Just like on Facebook. Everything I post to Facebook gets posted to Instagram. If I have a status that I upload to Facebook versus an actual photo, I find a picture that will work for my status, upload it. Like my kids are sleeping. Like my Tooth Fairy one. I didn't have a picture I posted about the Tooth Fairy only having $10 or something. And so I found a picture, a generic picture of Tooth Fairy little box, uploaded it to Instagram, and put my status on that. Make sure you were posting, again, 3 to 5 times a day on Instagram, just like you do to Facebook. I literally copy and paste everything at the same time. It's extra work, but it's worth it. Post things that offer value. Instagram will help you be a better poster to Facebook. It really will. You go through people's pictures and their profile, and people that have attractive, engaging pictures, fun profiles are those that are going to have the most followers. I mean, if you look through mine, you probably can't see very much, but I mean, it's everything that I post to Facebook, whether it's about my husband competing or about my food or about whatever, it's all there. There's my Tooth Fairy picture right there. Oops. But yeah, you want your profile to be attractive, just like you do on Facebook. You want it to be eye-catching, popping. You want to draw people's attention. You still want to do engaging posts, because the more followers you get, the more comments you're going to get, the more interaction you're going to get, okay? When people start to tag other people in your photos and things like that, that's only going to expand your network. Share your life, your goals, motivate and inspire. Get good at making great photos. Get good at photos. Those pictures that I uploaded in our What to Post group of my actual apps that I use for pictures, go through there and play with those. I use Instagram a ton as far as the filters, but I also use Afterlight a lot. I use Rana a lot. Make your pictures fun. Practice them. If they're like, I love fitness, birds, make them different colors, add in different designs, make them engaging, not just plain text or not just a plain picture. Make it fun and attractive, okay? Find your inspiration day to day. Find your niche market, moms, health and fitness, healthy gym, muscles, stay-at-home moms. Words on your picture. Again, Word Swag, Rana, Pick, Play, Post. Those are great apps to use to actually add words to your picture. The video picture combos, that's Pick, Play, Post. My screen is turning over to different colors. And find your demographic. Instagram is a younger version of what's on Facebook. 20 to 40 is the age range on Instagram, even younger. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of teenagers on Instagram. But that demographic, that 18 to 30, I think is what we're missing a lot on Facebook. Definitely more viewers than on Facebook. It's definitely getting a lot more popular. Okay, so we're gonna start with your why, okay? Again, just like we would do on Facebook, we start with our why. That's what we share and what we use to attract people to us. Okay, start with your why. Clients and customers buy your why, not your what. You know, why did you start this small business? What's the purpose that drives your business and what makes it unique? You know, we are health and fitness, and that's what we promote. So it's our job to share with people that we are into health and fitness and inspire them on our own journey. If we're not working out, we're not drinking Shakeology, how are they to know that we're even doing it? We're just talking about it. How does your passion differentiate you from your competitors? What makes us different than It Works? We work, right? Share that. Share the proof that we actually work. Make sure you are using your programs. Make sure you are doing what you need to do to make this business work, and share it. It's very important to weave your why into your branding and marketing across social media platforms. Your audience needs to continually be reminded of your why. If you'll notice in my posts, every single day at some point, I'm throwing in there how coaching has changed my life, or why I love this business, or the freedom that it's given me. You may not have all of that yet, but you have something that Beachbody's done for you. It's probably a physical transformation or a mental transformation or something that Beachbody's done for you. And that's creating a why in this business, why you want to keep going and why you want to work harder. So make sure that you're sharing these things every single day, every day. People aren't going to get tired of it. If they do, let them delete you, right? Share your why is motivating you in this business. There's a thing called 20-20-20 strategy with Instagram, okay? It's great for building genuine relationships on Instagram, and building a tribe, if you will, of like-minded followers. Every day on Instagram, and write this down too, or you can watch the recording later, every day follow 20 new people. 20 new people. You can search, I don't even know, search fitness lover or something. Follow 20 new people based on that hashtag. Like 20 pictures a day and comment on 20 new videos a day, okay? Comment, follow, like 20-20-20 every single day on Instagram. Set an alarm on your phone or while you're in the bathroom on the toilet. Easy, fast, something to do. This isn't like a power hour. This is going to take you 5 minutes. Make sure you're doing this 20-20-20 rule, okay? Comment on people's posts. See something that you're genuinely interested in. You know, look up hashtags like Taylor Swift or basketball or twins or weightlifting. Comment on those things that you're genuinely interested in. Don't just comment and say, cool, nice pic. You know, comment and say, maybe they're working out and lifting weights, and say, oh my gosh, I love that shirt, where'd you get it? Say something that's not even related to what they're directly associated, you know, what the picture is directly talking about. But it helps spark conversation and let them know that you're actually kind of paying attention to the post and not just going through and you're not a robot like Instagram. So these one-on-ones, these 20-20-20 is very, very important, even though Instagram is already doing this for you. This is a more genuine and in-depth way to do it, okay? So you should do both. Take a look at your current followers. Look at the people that like your pictures, their followers. Dig deep and find people that are genuinely interested in you. So your followers, go to their followers, go to their followers, add those people, okay? That's how do we build connections and build relationships, is by adding new people. If you like Under Armour, look at people who are engaged on that page. You know, Nike, go to the Nike page. Add people who are engaged on the Nike page. Very, very, very much so important. Best return on your investment is Instagram, though. Please look into that and use that. You want to build a profile where your followers are genuinely interested in your brand. Again, this is why we are not promoting Beachbody. We're not having P90X spotted all over our profiles. We are promoting us, promoting what we do. You know, if you're following more, if you are following more people than you have followers, slow down and stop following so many people. You can actually even go back. There's an app called Insta Followers where you can delete people that aren't following you back. Kind of helps filter out some people that you're following for no reason. Make some room for more. It always looks better though when you have, like, let me show you on mine. Like I have Raina versus Food. 3,290 followers and 3,292 followers, and I'm following 702 people. So you see that ratio? Like, you want to gain followers, gain followers, gain followers, because when people see you tag somewhere and they go to your profile and you have a ton of people following you and you're not following that many, kind of makes you look like a big deal, right? So you kind of want that extreme ratio also. Daily themes is another thing you can do to build Instagram. It's important to post regular and predictable content on your Instagram page, but sometimes it's harder to come up with that content. So social media, avalanche, here it is. Like this, follow me, click here, buy now. Ways to break through the clutter. You just have to provide valuable content to your following. There are a lot of people who do giveaways on Facebook. Base your content on daily themes, like Motivational Monday, Tasty Tuesday, Workout Wednesday, Truth Thursday, Fitness Friday. Block off time out of your schedule to consider these themes and set a schedule for yourself, kind of like we did on the What to Post group. You know, at the very bottom, we had Motivational Monday and different themes. So at one point throughout the day, I could post something based on that theme. Highly recommend doing that on Instagram also. Having these predictable themes and planning ahead makes a world of difference in your contact strategy. So try doing that by the month or even by the week. If you have time to do it by the week, do that. Just makes it easier on you too. Hashtags again. Make sure you're hashtagging things that your niche market is searching. You know, your bread and butter in this market is searching hashtags. Okay, those hashtags are where it's at with Instagram. The best way to find out which ones are being searched or to ask people. You know, look at what hashtags people are using on their own photos. Scan through some industry leader accounts, those big dogs. Search through the big dogs. Look what they're using as their hashtags. Again, Google. Go to Google and search what the most popular hashtags are and use those. It's important to put yourself in the shoes of your followers and ideal clients. You know, do a quick content inventory of your most recent photos. Look and see, and just like on Instagram, you want to find out what is actually getting engagement and what's not. Use the hashtags for those. You know, if you use a post that's getting amazing engagement, stick to those hashtags. You know that those are popular hashtags based on the actual engagement that you're getting. The key is to be intentional. You know, don't use 25 spammy hashtags. Instead, find, you know, the top 5 to 10 that your market is searching for and throw in a couple top popular ones from Google and you're good to go. I have probably 150 and I kind of rotate, you know, every 30 in between all of them. Sharing versus selling, or I'm sorry, serving versus selling on Facebook. Okay, social media platforms, not selling social media platforms. Okay, remember we want to focus on building relationships and not selling products. And this goes the same for Facebook. How is your service truly going to engage the life of your client? Do you want to provide things that make people's lives easier? You know, those driven by a purpose are more successful than those driven by a quota. So make sure you're actually sharing what we're doing, not selling to people. People are going to feel that. They're going to feel like they're just a number when you're selling them. You know, think about how your clients will benefit from joining you versus someone else. What do you offer that others don't? You have to think about how you stand out and be intentional on that. You know, testimonials, success stories, you know, proof. Those are things that you want to share on your Instagram account. Prove that people are actually having these transformations. Even if you're making a little bit of money with Beachbody, share it. Share a screenshot of your paycheck. There is nothing wrong with that. If you worked hard in a week and you had an awesome paycheck, share it. Okay, people need to know the potential in this business. We talked about photo apps before. Again, they need to be eye-catching and attractive. Any of the following apps: Rana, Photo Frame, Photo Editor Plus, Afterlight, WordSwag, Facetune. I have a ton that I use. And again, look at our group in the What to Post group, and I have them all pictured there. But you really, really, really need to be a master at photos if you're going to tackle Instagram. Need to, more so than Facebook even, okay? We'll talk about videos. Videos do so well on Instagram, okay? If you have 15 seconds, a 15-second max on Instagram, if you have 15 seconds to record something of yourself, do it. People want to feel that one-on-one connection. They want to see that you're a real person. It's going to build the relationship more than anything else that you can do. It's an effective way to communicate, demonstrate, and show your followers that you take the time to invest in your Instagram account and your relationship with them. Okay, posting a series of workout moves before promoting your challenge group. Talking about your new coach training that's coming up, or our new coach training. Occasionally share an engaging note, you know, so your followers can hear your voice. That's it. Make it fun, you know, 15-second max. So make it count. Share some fun, engaging things. Giveaways. You know, Instagram gets a lot of traffic and a lot of new followers when you do giveaway posts. There's a coach, I think it's Angie Bell something is her name. She does a giveaway like once a week or something on her Instagram page, and she's kind of known for that and does amazing with it. Has huge success with it. So here's a few tips on giveaways for your Instagram page. Partner with a few others to help host the giveaways, whether it's adding money into a pot for a gift card or contributing unique gifts. Partnerships will make the giveaway a lot more significant. Tag each other, you know. Cross-promote via your blog, Facebook page, or other channels. Share this giveaway on Facebook. Share this giveaway on your blog. Share it on your business page. Whatever you can do to get it out there and get people to Instagram, any of your social media platforms, you need to do. Develop a unique hashtag for the giveaway so that it's easily searchable, like Raina versus Food giveaway or whatever you want to use. Require a repost of a photo and tag your profile. This is one of the best ways to get new exposure for your page, is having people share your page. Require a follow of your profile or other sponsoring partners. Set a short deadline, you know, a couple days max. The giveaways that run for a week or two, you know, after time fizzle out. So make it short, make it fast, couple days max, done. Consider loop giveaways. You know, very limited number of partners, but you guys can definitely loop it. And consider loop giveaways, but with a very limited number of partners. Require entrants to include their email address and tag a person on your original post that may be interested. This will not only give you two new contacts, but also an email address that you can continue to send e-cards to or different information to. Definitely a lead for the future. Finding your niche market, and this is the last thing I want to touch on. You win some and you learn some. You know, you will post items on Instagram that your audience doesn't resonate with, just like you do on Instagram or on Facebook. You're going to have posts that nobody comments on, nobody likes on. You'll post promotion, sales, incentives, tips, and even giveaways that simply flop. Okay, and that's okay. And it's important to fall forward. And it's also important to fire bullets first versus cannons via your marketing strategy. Okay, fire bullets in the way of low cost, low risk posts and strategies after you've had, validation in something. Fire a cannon. Don't invest a ton of money into Instagram or Facebook until you find out what works for you. Be sure you are reassessing and learning everything. Really pay attention to those hashtags that work. And again, hashtags are the bread and butter of this. You have to be patient. This business does take time to grow, but you can really speed it up if you're intentional about what you're doing and paying attention. Be relatable, be vulnerable. The beauty of what we do is, the ability to provide a personal touch. We aren't out there with green labels and sharing how much your bonuses were every day. We're sharing our life, right? Remind your followers that you're not perfect. They need to be able to relate to you and their challenges as well. I try to do this in a way that's still very encouraging. You know, life with little ones is hard. I get it. Here's a few ways we cope and thrive. Things like that. Just make sure people are really seeing the face behind the business. And that's it. You know, make your profile a reality TV show, just like Facebook. These two are tied together completely. They really are. And save. These two are tied together. And again, I do share everything from Instagram to Facebook. Everything from Instagram to Facebook, and then copy and paste again to put it on my like page. It is time consuming, but again, it works, and it's what needs to be done to grow my business and expand my network. So highly into Instagram, but it is a slow process. But like I said, I've started with Instagram, and I've had freaking over 2,000 people, over 2,000 followers in the last month and a half that have joined on. So I can't say that it's not working, because it is. And again, the amount of coaches and things like that that I've had is just crazy. Lots of engagement on it. I had to shut off the notifications on Instagram too, because it's like ding, 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 ding every time anybody likes your picture, or when Instagram comments for you and stuff like that, you're getting like all these notifications and stuff. So it does get a bit crazy. So I did shut off my notifications. I'm going to check the event page to see if we had any questions. Yeah. Caitlin said she just posted an Instagram picture about a free group I'm running, and I only did 10 hashtags and I already have over 10 likes in less than 5 seconds. That's how it's done. That is how it's done. No questions posted whatsoever. All right, well, this is going to be recorded, so I will have it saved. No questions? Instagram's fun. It's been fun dipping into it. It really has been. It's been a learning experience, because obviously I'm very new to Instagram, and it is such a different demographic. It really is. It's a lot of youngsters. Not that we're not all young, but Facebook is a good mix of everybody, you know, and you don't really know. But this is just like, these are, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just such a different market. But I highly recommend dipping into it, because it's paid off greatly. Instagram is awesome for reposting Instagram pictures. Yeah. See, and I had my Instagram connected to my Facebook, where I would post, because I think you guys post it to Twitter and everything too. That was Colby talking. I think they post it to like, everything goes at once to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, blog, everywhere, which is awesome. And I do need to actually start using that. But I had it like where it would automatically put stuff on Facebook. But again, I don't know if this is the case for that at all, but Facebook hates third-party companies. So anything that you can upload raw to Facebook is going to get way more attention than something you would share from a third-party company like Instagram or your blog or YouTube or anything like that. So keep that in mind, and I don't know if that's the case or if you guys have had any issues with that, but I'd love to try it out and see regardless. We do have a BizOp call tonight at 8:30. It was supposed to be at 7:30, but we moved it back because we had this little chat at 7:30. So make sure you get on that. It's a great call. I will be sharing my story. Kari Caldwell will be sharing her story. Awesome call for you guys to invite your potential coaches to. If you've talked to anybody about coaching before, or you see somebody on Facebook and you're like, I don't really know what to say to them, tell them that they would make an awesome coach and ask them to listen in on this call. It'll be 30 minutes max. It's not a very long call. I talk pretty fast through it. Kari will be sharing her story. She's a fairly new coach also, who's had a lot of success and a lot of support from her husband in this. And I think that is what a lot of coaches and potentials need to hear about, is how, you know, your spouse can be on board with this and eventually turn into something pretty awesome. So that is tonight. All the details I posted in the event in Luxe Republic, so you guys have that. I think that's it. Hold on. Maybe. Yes. Well, I mean, you don't have to do 30 hashtags. Crystal asked if we always do 30 hashtags. You don't have to. I do, just because the more hashtags, the more people are going to reach it. Like, let me look at my note. I'll show you my notepad. So you can post 30 hashtags, and you have to go in and delete that comment and then post another 30 hashtags, delete, and you can only do that 3 times. But my notes tab, I have a little Instagram note, and see, I have them, let me try to tilt it so you can see. Yeah, I have them separated by, that's 30 right there, 30 right there, 30 right there, so I can like copy and paste 30 at a time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs of 30 hashtags. So, but yeah, I mean, the more you hashtag, the more people are going to see it. So the more followers you have, the more people are going to see it. So hashtagging is everything on Instagram. You can't, I mean, there's not even an option to leave that out. Not even an option. But yes, 30 at a time. And I don't know why it lets you do it only 3 times. I've tried to delete it and it'll say, you've reached your maximum hashtagging something or something like that. And it only lets you do it 3 times. So, bummer. And another tip, so I post like our BizOp call and like coaching posts and things like that. I'll post on Instagram. And so you can go in, say I only did 1 set of hashtags on it. And that was a post from like 2 weeks ago. You can go in, delete that hashtag, put in another 30, and it'll pop it up in the front of all the hashtag searches again. So that post from 2 weeks ago is now back in everybody's feed with that certain hashtag. So that's kind of cool too, is you can change hashtags and refresh it and bring old things back up and stuff like that, which is pretty neat. Reaches new people that it hadn't reached before. So that's it. That's all the Instagram knowledge I have. It's again, it's been a pretty fun market and network and social media platform to work with, and I freaking love pictures, as you all know, and so it's been a blast being able to focus more, you know, exactly on pictures. Oh, 20, what was the last 20? 20 new followers, 20 new likes, and 20 comments. So commenting on 20 pictures or videos, either one is fine, but not just like nice pic, but like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt, where'd you get it? Or I love your hair, or cool picture, or whatever. Making it a little more in-depth than just a generic cool pic, you know? Likes, comments, and follows. Anybody else? Last call before I get off here to prep for our biz op. Nope. Okay. I will let you guys go. This video, the recording will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so I can make a website for a URL for our page. It's like QWXY925Z829 pi right now, and it's not very fun to be able to give people that link. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure if you're on this call and you have coaches, make sure they have subscribed. We need 500 subscribers in order to change that. So again, I'll post the recording now, and thank you guys so much for hopping on. Talk to you later. Have a good week.